Hey everyone, welcome to Infinite Realms. Today I have part one of a two-parter. It's going to be my top 20 toy pickups of 2022. Now, I was going to do top 10 lists for a couple of things. I did one for Marvel Legends, and after that I just was like, wow, I can't do a top 10 for Classified. I think I bought 6 figures of that. I can't do a top 10 for Action Force. I only got about 3 figures from that. So as I started going through, I said, why don't I just do the top of the pickups I got this year? And I did concentrate a lot more on modern stuff this year, but, less vintage. And, that'll probably change in the next few months because things that have happened, but still, toys are toys and they're fun. So let's get that out of the way. The criteria here is it's just got to be something I picked up in 2022. It doesn't have to be from 2022. And obviously these guys in the background did make the cut. But I tried to do a top 10 and I could not narrow it down. So I just decided to go with a top 20 just to have some fun with. So let's get on with it, and here we go with number 20. And already I've cheated. I put both the Bat and the Alley Viper from G.I. Joe Classified. I got these both at the same time. I think they're both equal in quality and goodness and just everything about them. I do like them a great deal. So that's why they're both on the 20 list. They're both there for different reasons. It's deco. There are improvements to the molds from the originals, obviously. And again, it's just, I really like them. It really kind of got me hooked on Classified. So there you go. That's my reasoning for putting these guys here. I'm not a huge army builder, especially not in a 6-inch scale, so I don't think I'm going to see too many more of these, but I do like these as they are. They are great figures. If you even have a curiosity about G.I. Joe Classified, I would highly recommend picking these two up. So, number 19 is one. Again, I got into the Mattel wrestling because there's no way I'm replacing all the Jakks Superstar line. There's just no way. I started looking on the secondary market. Yeah, some are reasonable, some are really unreasonable. So, instead, I decided to concentrate on some of the Mattels. And while I'm not big on the Ultimates line, there are some that come out, I'm like, yes, that fits the bill of an Ultimates figure. Ultimate Warrior falls into that category. I do really like this figure. It's really awesome. It's one I, of course, wanted to add to the collection very quickly. I have absolutely none of my wrestling figures anymore, so that was a big one to me. And Ultimate Warrior is in like the top 10. I have 2 Ultimate Warriors now. I don't see me getting a third. Maybe that Dingo Warrior one from the Legends line, but that would have to be it because, I don't need 100 Ultimate Warriors in my collection. But I definitely wanted to get the one that had both the belts from right after he beat Hulk Hogan. That's a classic one that you just can't get around. Now, number 18 is a fun one because of the character he is. It's Frogman. And yes, it's a ludicrous character, but he's also a fun character to have. And when I saw him on She-Hulk, I just went, yeah, I didn't grab that figure yet. And realized it, and he was still going pretty cheap on the secondary market. Went out, grabbed him, and was happy I did. He's a silly, funny character that is very enjoyable at the same time. So I definitely wanted to add him to the group and into my displays. And I'm really happy I did because, yeah, he's just fun. I mean, and that's what action figures should be, is fun. And Frogman, he lives that in spades. So yeah, this is why he is number 18 on the list. Next up is a figure that surprised me when I bought it. I just bought it on a whim, and I am not a guy who goes after good guy army builders, but the BBTS exclusive Night Ops Steel Brigade is an awesome, awesome figure. I really love the colors, the deco, everything about this figure just rocks. And it's just an amazing, amazing figure. And you can tell the improvements from the first wave to this wave, and it's night and day. There is so much going on that is better with this line already. I mean, just 2 waves and a special deployment wave in, and we have so many improvements that, most companies would have ignored and just said, so what? And here we go. Steel Brigade is a great example of that. Another one is coming up later in the list, so don't, stay tuned for that. But it'll be pretty high up on the list too. I'll just say that much. But really love this figure. It's almost a perfect figure to me. It really is. Next is another classified. It is Storm Shadow. Really dig this figure. It has enough of the original to be interesting, but then has enough changes to make it not exactly the same. That's what I like about it. A lot of people complained about that with this figure. To me, that was the appeal, is that yes, he comes across as being, just the normal Storm Shadow. But then when you get to looking at him, oh wait, this is a little different. There's a little gray here, and and yeah, that just makes it that much better to me. I don't like retreading old ground and falling into tropes. So for me, this figure works a whole lot better than the 3 3/4 inch. Up next is Masters of the Universe, Masterverse, Hordak. Yes, to me, this figure just rocks. It is one of the best Masterverse figures ever at all. And on top of that, it is a great update beyond an update to the previous versions. I mean, this is what I look for, is I want updates that work. And Hordak just works real well for me. I could see a little bit of work needing to be done on the face, but I'm not going to complain because it's really well done figure. Really nice. I really like it. So that's why Hordak comes in at this level. I mean, he's just one of my faves. Again, this was hard to rank too. This got really tough there for a while. Okay, moving on to number 14. It is Freddy versus Jason. A figure I didn't even know I wanted until I saw it. It's just cool. I mean, the Friday the 13th movies, yeah, they're schlock, but my God, they're entertaining. I mean, they're at least fun to watch. And Jason versus Freddy was really fun as well. And I love the figure. I especially love the flame that goes on the machete. That's just a nice touch. And I'd seen pictures of this figure, but seeing it in person, I was like, ooh, this looks good. This actually looks a lot better than I thought it would. So yeah, I just grabbed it and went for it. I mean, what can I say? It was really nice, and it was a lot nicer than I thought it would be. I got that one same time as I got another one on the list that I'll get to in a little while. So moving on, at lucky 13, Spirit, aka Spirit Iron Knife, aka Charlie Iron Knife, aka that other guy in the Village People. Or have you ever noticed that you can do the Village People with G.I. Joe if you get the right characters? Funny, hey? So, anyway, Spirit was always one of my favorites. I really like Spirit from the get-go. I just really dug him. I just loved the idea of an Apache being part of a military organization. I just thought it was a really neat idea and went with it. So when, on the 25th anniversary, I released a couple of Spirits, and, several of them just didn't have, they were trying to look like Billy from Predator. They weren't trying to look like Spirit. And I liked that this one kept enough of the old on him to really recognize him as Spirit. But they did do some touch-ups and some improvements. So all that's nice. Moving forward, we're up to this one is just, it's the story behind it. It is the Hydra Stomper. Yeah, he's a big old guy, and he was expensive when he came out. And so long story short on this one, I was on a trip. I went into a store, saw the Hydra Stomper. He was 25 bucks. Not on sale, not on clearance. That was his regular price. I thought it was a mistake. I thought I'd take him up to the front of the counter and they'd tell me, oh no, he's the 49 or whatever it was. And nope, rung it up for 25 bucks, put it in the bag. I had me a Hydra Stomper. Can't say I can complain. Definitely worth the 25 bucks though. Definitely. And for this half of the list, number 11 is one I haven't even had a chance to review yet. It is Ultimate Edition. Ooh yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage. And this is just a great, great figure. A great likeness of the Macho Man. And in one of those outfits that you put these colors together, they should not work. And they work freaking beautifully. It's really wonderful. So, yeah, this is just one of those really cool Macho Man figures. I also got the NWO Macho Man this year, but this one wins out. This one came in right on the wire. I've actually not fully filmed the review yet. That tells you how new he is to my collection. So, there you go. That is the first 10 of the top 20 toy pickups of 2022. Stay tuned. Later today, part 2 will be up. Until then, don't forget to like and subscribe.